Yep.
Okay. So basically I have my two closest friends here at Purdue, like we live together.
Mm-hmm.
And we're kind of like, three best friends. And recently, like I've been super busy, so I've been talking to them a lot about my personal life. And then I finally got time one time when it was like me and my one friend, her name's Riley, and we got to like talk down and just finally have like a chat and like catch up about everything.
Yeah.
And then that made my other friend Maria feel like really left out, and she keeps bringing it up to me like subtly, and it's like it's not like she feels like I don't want to tell her things anymore, like I don't like her, and I keep telling her like no I do, I just literally do not have any time.
Yeah.
And I just feel like she feels like really sad and like left out, and I don't really want to make her feel like that.
Yeah. How has she brought it up, like, subtly?
She would just be like, oh, well, like, you never talk to me about things anymore, or, like, you still haven't told me about that. It's just, like, little comments like that.
Yeah. And then it's not like you can, like, sit down right then and there and be like, okay, let's have, like, a 10-minute conversation, or hour or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's gotta be, like, frustrating, because it kind of, like, makes you feel bad even though you were just, like, trying to have a conversation with your other friend.
Yeah.
How has, like, your friend who you talk to, does she, like, even kind of, like, realize that Riley is upset by it, or is she?
Yeah, I mean, she realizes it too, and, like, I think she's, like, because I think they've talked to each other about it, and, like, she's tried to tell me the same thing, like, she's not, like, I'm not trying to, like, block her out, or I'm not mad at her or anything, but I can also, like, see from her perspective that it would be, like, I've had the same feelings if I was her. Like, even if people were reassuring me, I would still, like, kind of, like, have that, like, fear that, like, oh, maybe they're just saying that, but, like, she really doesn't like me, or she doesn't trust me as much anymore.
Yeah, that's tough. Do you guys do a lot of things together, like, all three of you right now? Like, I know you said you're pretty busy, but...
We try to, like, on, like, weekends and stuff. Like, we're in the same sorority, so we go to, like, events like that. Like, we were together all day Saturday because we had our, like, philanthropy and then, like, recruitment video filming, so, like, we're together then, but it's not, like, a time where, like, you can, like, let's, like, talk about, like, stuff that's been bothering me, or, like, more intimate issues.
Right.
But, like, during the week, because, like, I work and I have class, and then I'm in a bunch of different clubs, like, and then so are they, but we're never, like, home at the same time a lot, or it's, like, a 20-minute interval, so you can't really get into, like, a more serious conversation.
Yeah, definitely. Would you like me to share, like, a similar experience?
I love that.
I actually, so I have two roommates, and my one roommate, Megan, has been, like, going home a lot, and, like, she's just, like, not around as much, and, like, when she is home, she's just kind of, like, doing her homework, and then my other roommate, Kezia, is more, like, involved and, like, more kind of, like, wants to, like, go out and do stuff, so, like, Megan just went home this past weekend, and I brought it up to Kezia, and I was like, do you think, like, Megan's kind of been, like, I don't know, like, left out? Like, I don't know. And it just reminded me of what you were saying. And, like, I think that, like, having three people is, like, kind of challenging sometimes because, like, one person, like, one-on-one time is going to happen regardless of, like, how close all three of you are. So, like, yeah, I can definitely, like, see your perspective because it's hard to, like, keep everyone equal, like, equal friendship, I don't know how to word for it, even though, like, you're all friends, but, like, you don't want one person to feel left out, I don't know. So, like, I don't know, one thing that helped us is, like, at night, like, everyone's home pretty late, so, like, sometimes then is when we'll just, like, randomly start, like, talking, but, like, that's hard, too, when you, like, need to sleep, so, I don't know.
It's just hard, because, like, a lot of my, like, dance practices for the higher ground dance club I'm in, like, go, like, till, like, late at night, and then they're already, like, because we all have our own rooms in our apartment, so they're already, like, in their room, like, either doing homework or, like, watching a show. Like, sometimes I'll go in and, like, talk to them for, like, 5 or 10 minutes, but, like, there's usually not enough time to, like, sit down and, like, have a life update, and, and it's just, like, it's just the busy time of the year between, like, finals coming up, and, like, I feel like everyone has a million group projects, and
definitely. Are you guys, like, spending time together over the summer at all, or?
No, my friend Maria, who's the one that feels left out, she's gonna study abroad in Copenhagen.
Oh, wow.
And then my other friend, she has a job in North Carolina.
So you'll be, like, pretty spread out. Are you going back to California?
Yeah, I hope so.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you guys living together next year?
Yeah. Well, we're all gonna be roommates in the sorority house. So
Oh,
we'll all be in like actually one room together.
And
so.
that might like help too because like even though you're home at the same time, like being in different rooms is obviously going to be like more distance. So like it's hard to know like the best thing to do right now because like that's obviously next semester. But maybe being in a room together will like help be more like inclusive.
Yeah, I'm trying to like find some time. I think either like today or tomorrow there should be a period of time where we're both home and we can just like sit down and talk because like I keep trying to reassure her like I promise like I want to talk to you about like things going on. It's just like I literally don't have time and that's like on me. It's not on you at all. Like, I'm trying to like reassure her that it's nothing that she's doing in particular. And like I also know like she kind of feels like sometimes like I might not want to talk to her about certain issues like particularly about boys because like she's never really had a serious boyfriend whereas like my other friend has, so she feels like she can't give me good like advice or anything like that, so she gets kind of like, so if I'm not telling her some things, like she's like, oh, she just doesn't want to tell me because like I can't help her with that. And like I've tried to like tell her once or twice like I don't care that you don't have experience with that, like I still value your opinion and your insight and you bring like a different perspective, but I feel like it's kind of like hard for her to kind of get past that idea, and I don't know how to like kind of like make her see that I still value her opinion.
I mean, it sounds like it's just kind of something that like maybe she's comparing herself to like the other roommate or whatever just because like she's still wondering why like you talk to, which like I know your story obviously, you're like it doesn't matter, but like maybe that's just like something in the back of her head. I don't know.
Do you have any ideas on how I can kind of like help her see that I do like want to hear, like talk to her and like hear her opinion?
Maybe like ask her like very direct questions, like tell her like the situation itself, like for example, like if you had like something with boys, like be like, so I'm talking to this guy and what do you think I should do? Like be very like direct, like asking her advice, like maybe that would help her like see more that you value her opinion rather than just like telling her about it and then like maybe she'll feel like, oh, she probably doesn't want my advice, but like actually, you know, just like asking the questions or about like any situation really, because then she'll like, I don't know, kind of feel like you value her opinion, which like again I know you do, but like it might just become more clear to her.
That's a good idea. I tend to like, I mean, I try to be direct, but I definitely tend to, like, ease into things.
Yeah.
Because, but I feel like in situations like this, I kind of just need to be, like, straightforward with her and, like, ask her questions like, what's your opinion? Or, like, I feel like also asking her, like, what she's feeling, like, exactly, like, kind of getting to the, like, root of the problem. I know for the most part how she's feeling, but, like, not entirely. So maybe, like, kind of getting to the core and then, like, working out from there will help a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think, like, when you guys have the chance to sit down and talk, do you think it'll go, like, you'll be able to, like, ask these direct questions, or do you think it'll be more kind of, like, beating around the bush?
I think at first I might beat around the bush a little bit, because that's just, like, how I am. I don't like confrontation.
Right.
Exactly. But, like, I know, like, she's one of the few people that, like, I would feel comfortable, like, asking direct questions, because, like, I don't feel, like, weird or uncomfortable around her. And, like, she's always honest with me. It might take a little bit for her to, like, sometimes, like, both of her, like, we don't like confrontation, but, like, once we get past the initial awkwardness, we're able to, like, talk openly and, like, be honest, and I think, like, we would be able to kind of, like, solve it, because we kind of have that level of, like, trust and respect for each other.
Yeah, and I definitely, like, think if you're able to be direct or whatever, like, it will help in the long run. Like, it might be a little bit awkward at first, but then, like, just getting to the point will, like, obviously, like, help with the issue, because then you can get the conversation going.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier said than done. It's like...
And, like, I just, like, I really want to do it soon, because I don't want, like summer to go and, like, not be able to see her for, like, all summer. I think she'll be back, like, the beginning of August, so maybe I'll get to visit her, like, before I get back to school, because otherwise I have, like, 2 weeks left with her until
I know.
Like, I'm going to miss her so much, so I don't want there to be, like, any weird tension to happen, especially since we're going to be living in a small space together.
Right, that would be, like, a bad way to start the year. Yeah, well, hopefully that conversation, like, within the next couple of days goes well. And you can, like, make it fun, like, I don't know, like...
Yeah, I was thinking, like, tonight or tomorrow we'll have, like, a movie night or something. And we can just, like, sit and talk and maybe order cheesy bread or something.
Exactly, like, bring food into the
Yes.
equation and you'll be fine, so... Yeah, well, that'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of, like, end things on a positive note
Yeah.
that way. Good. We're probably... Oh, we are at time.
Oh, cool, yeah.